What's good, YouTube? We got a new death battle today. Avatar Aang versus Genshin Impact Traveler. Is that actually his name? He doesn't have a real name. I never played Genshin Impact, so I'm assuming this is his actual name, Genshin Impact Traveler. Anyway, further ado, let's dive on in. Not gonna lie, I already hope that just didn't spoil, cause that low-key death battle be spoiling in these intros sometimes.
Aang the Avatar
The
versus
GOAT.
Ether the Traveler.
His name is Ether. The one they had to call him Genshin Impact Traveler then. Okay, his name is Ether.
Which journeyman will come out on top in this elemental battle?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle.
Water,
Fire,
earth,
fire,
air.
wind, air.
Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony, united by a master of the elements,
The Avatar.
This Avatar reincarnated as different people for centuries, all with their own struggles. And
Korra.
man, was that true for our boy Aang.
Aang.
Not at first, of course, thanks to his master and guardian, Gyatso.
As a cheeky little air nomad, Aang traveled the world causing shenanigans, all while learning to control the winds with airbending.
Based on the real-life martial art Bagua Zhang, airbending
Oh, this is actually based on an. Oh, I didn't know this. So it's actually based on an actual martial art. That's cool.
is the most spiritual of the four bending styles,
Yeah.
focusing on evading and diverting attacks through circular motions. With
Don't think if you really think about it. If you watch Avatar, wasn't Aang whenever he used airbending, he was always on the defensive. I'm trying to think because Aang, yeah, 'cause I think he always used it defensively. Because one thing I think isn't airbending the most strongest bending in the Avatar series because you technically because it's so unpredictable because you can't because like we the viewers we can see airbending because that's they made it so that we can see it, but in actual real life you can't really see air, and it's like so unpredictable.
even the smallest movement, Aang can create tornadoes, run like the wind, and block
Yeah.
hypersonic explosions.
The perfect style for a twinkle-toed goofball like Aang. He even invented his own technique, the air scooter. How does he not fall off that thing?
Add in a glider staff for flight, and the sky was the limit. But you know how it goes. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Their conquest spread, war was inevitable, and Aang was the only one who could save
stop
the
them.
world.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with all that, and being forcibly separated from Gyatso. He was just a kid, so he froze up. Like,
Yeah, man. Especially too, you watch the Avatar movie, they like dive really deep into this too with Aang, because like, yeah, because you know when he's the because Aang was 12 when he found out he was the Avatar. He basically couldn't have a life, and then that was too much responsibility for him. So can't really blame him for what he did. I mean, even then, if Aang did stay, he would have died along with the air nomads. So him leaving was like a blessing in disguise.
literally, he accidentally froze himself and his adorable sky bison Appa for 100 years.
Until he was awakened by the Water Tribe siblings, Katara
Sokka
and
and
Sokka.
Katara.
Time wasn't kind to Aang's people. With no
R.P.
avatar to keep balance,
Gyatso.
the Airbenders, Aang's entire culture
Were
wiped
gone.
out by the Fire Nation.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Aang took the wake-up call to heart.
As the Avatar, it's Aang's duty to understand the world's people, learning their cultures, their sadness, joy, and humanity.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From the Northern Water Tribe and his twin crush, Aang learned waterbending. Themed around fluid Tai Chi movements, this style controls liquid in all forms.
So all of these bendies is based off actual real life martial art. Interesting. I didn't know this. I didn't know that.
To freeze targets, create water whips, and even cut through steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher.
forgot they
but
could do
Aang's
that.
friend Toph taught him to stop being a wimpy pushover. Now he can armor himself in stone, move the terrain of entire cities, and fight blind with a sonar-style seismic sense.
Earthbending is themed around the steady stances of Hung Quan Kung Fu, waiting for the right moment to strike head on.
There was a lot to learn, but even with the world at stake and this moody hothead on his tail, Aang had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin sledding, going through the bending bayous?
Hey, this is a child right there, man. If you never watched Avatar, this was a peak show, man. Avatar, man, it be teaching you some life lessons, man. And that movie, peak the Avatar movie was fire. I'm not gonna lie, that movie was fire, man.
And
I enjoyed it.
living in Ba Sing Se, the city where no wars
There's
ever
no
happen.
war in
Yet
Bong
across his
Sing.
journey, one power eluded Aang. The
Avatar state.
an enhanced mode of being that came to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends permanently, but...
Oh yeah, that's because basically if Aang dies, wait, was it? Yeah.
Who cares?
Him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends permanently.
Because if Aang dies, well, the Avatar state, the Avatar cycle will end. Because I think he did. Didn't he die was it 2 times or was it 1? I think the first, I know, like, was it the first time when Azula shot him in the back with lightning? I don't remember the second time.
Who cares when it gives you enough power to wipe out a whole Navy fleet?
Come on, Boomstick.
Nah, when he did that was fire.
More than just a power amp.
Jocelyn, how long have you been standing there?
I've been here the whole time. I lurk where all Avatar
There
talk
goes
is.
Zuko.
Through the cosmic power of the Avatars before him and the ancient spirit Rava, Aang gains the knowledge and experience of all previous Avatars, greatly expanding his bending options. Lava bending from Avatar Roku, sonic shouts from Avatar Yang Chen, and even more are theoretically available to him through their memories.
I remember that.
Oh, I get it. You can't
The
just
Sonic.
grind your way to controlling the Avatar state.
Right. If Aang wanted to stop Fire Lord Ozai, he needed something else.
He needed onion banana juice.
Ugh,
Oh,
yeah,
the
technically.
was
I
it the
suppose.
energy manipulation?
Gross.
Specifically, Aang sought the guidance of Guru Pate. Mastering his power meant clearing his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
When he had to choose between the world or the girl, Aang followed his heart and it didn't end well.
He
Oh
got
yeah,
better.
is it?
Aang was determined.
Yeah, that's when
Aang
Azula
followed
shot him
his
in the
heart
back.
and it,
Wait, that's when Azula shot him in the
didn't end
back.
well.
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people, even the enemy Fire Nation. Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko.
The GOAT, one of the best characters in Avatar, one of the best characters who had the best character development in the show. My boy Zuko.
The Sun Warriors.
And these 2 honkin' dragons! Aang was scared of firebending, but it's totally awesome. It's not just about burning and blowing shit up. Okay, well it is, but there's so much more to it.
Formed from the explosive movements of Shaolin Kung Fu, firebending controls all manner of heat. And through the teachings of fire and water, he can redirect lightning bending, a burst of atmospheric discharge shot at over 200,000 miles per hour.
Wow.
Iroh, the best uncle ever, used his techniques to redirect natural lightning. So, you know it's the real deal. Not crazy enough? At his peak, Aang surpassed benders who could throw buildings, melt stone, and hold up this gigantic library solo. Whooping Ozai's
another
butt
goat
should
tough.
be no problem, right?
Not exactly. You see, the air nomads were pacifists who believed
Yeah, that's the only thing that kinda, yeah. That's the thing about Aang. They are pacifists, so they really weren't big on, fighting or executing or killing. Which technically, I guess, I mean, he never did it because Aang, technically, that's why Aang didn't really want to kill the Fire Lord, he's a pacifist. Technically, I guess you can say that's what technically holds Aang back because he's a pacifist due to the Air Nomad's teachings. I mean, even then, it's kind of Aang's whole character. That's like his flaw that, because of his passiveness, that kind of holds him back.
in the value of life above all. Being the last airbender, Aang didn't think his people were truly gone unless he went back on their teachings, meaning he really didn't want to kill Ozai.
So, what, he's just a coward now? Mr. Firelord is about to burn down the entire Earth Kingdom!
Not at all. Are you even listening? Aang was simply at odds with what he wanted and what the world expected, so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet, Aang discovered his true self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering the Avatar state.
Making him as strong as avatars who could cause hurricanes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions.
Or in Avatar Kyoshi's case, a new island. As in, she broke
We
off
do need
nearly
the Avatar
30 square
Kyoshi
miles
show.
of a
That'll be
peninsula
fire.
to form a new landmass. But to defeat Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before.
What do you call this again?
Energy
Oh, yeah, energy
Not the
bending.
easiest thing to do, but Aang
This
totally
man
overwhelmed
Ozai's bending
Ozai,
forever.
severing the tyrant's connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The ultimate FU to this warlord's ideology.
Now that the Fire Nation had cooled off, Aang led a new era of peace with the United Republic of Nations, a place where all people could prosper,
Republic
and where
City.
a new generation and a new avatar would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara. Take that, Zutara shippers!
I will end you.
For all his doubts, Aang fulfilled the Avatar's destiny and then
I didn't include.
and he
I
did
thought
it
they
in a
would include the
way that was
movie.
true to who he was.
Because before being the Avatar,
Oh, interesting. So they didn't include the movies. I thought they would include the movies. I thought they would also include the movies as well, because Aang did get more stronger.
or
I
even
guess
an
not. Okay, so
Airbender,
they include the movies.
greatest thing
Interesting.
he could ever be was himself. All in a day's work for a free, fun-loving kid.
The goat Aang.
The battle is coming up thanks to this episode's sponsor, DraftKings Casino.
Big news from the casino! Lightning
Just gonna skip to the Genshin part. W sponsorship.
Flash promos ends August 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
add extra barbecue sauce.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Welcome to Tevat, a mysterious land governed by godly archons that drew the eye of someone beyond the stars, Ether.
AKA the Traveler, who escaped his dying world with his sister
Age
Lumine
1000.
in search of the flowers that bloomed on their lost
Members of the
home,
Adventure
only to
Guild,
crash land,
Knights of
awaken to an
Favorite,
apocalypse,
Benny's
and get
Adventure
killed by this
Team.
jerk.
Separated from his sister, Ether awoke, again, in a new, less apocalyptic age, and fished up his own pathetic pet pixie, Paimon.
Yeah, she makes for good emergency food. With his new guide, Traveler to the windy country of Mondstadt to find his link to the past, but got a Breath of the Wild glider instead.
And his first
What
element,
the-
Animo, letting him make air slashes, tornadoes, and
Oh,
of
because he can
course,
also control the
wind
elements.
blade.
Oh,
But
interesting.
guess what? Traveler wasn't the only one with a power like this. Tevat was full of
Yeah, I don't know anything about Genshin Impact, so this is new to me.
blessed people wielding these relic things called visions.
Vision bearers
Interesting.
can imbue their weapons and bodies with elemental power, summon items, and use a special, well, vision to perceive the elements around them.
Normally,
What?
they're limited to a single element, but Traveler is just built different. Through Paimon's guidance, he began collecting elements from mysterious statues across Tevat. No vision relic needed for him.
Each
Can you read these? Abyssal Purification, Elemental Reactions, Elemental Sight, Item Summoning, Night Soul Blessing, Teleportation, Serene Indwelling, Spirit Brief Torn, Xeno Charmatic Abilities.
nation
Oh
had
my
a new
God.
culture, a new element, a new crisis.
And new character banners. When asked to play a sleuth for a murder case in Liyue, Traveler wasn't interested. A corpse couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form rock constructs and eruptions of Earth.
When Ether
This is crazy. I
ventured
never
to
played
Inazuma,
Gen-
he
this-
didn't
this
care
what- this
about
what they do
its
be-
war
this
with
what they
the
be
vision
doing with
bearers and
Genshin?
their Archon either, until he saw the suffering caused by its tyrannical rule and joined the
I didn't
resistance
know
with
Genshin was like
electromobility,
this.
fighting the powers that be using electric buzzsaws, thunder blades, and lightning.
He can use
Even learned
lightning.
to dodge
Well,
lightning.
he can,
Other
he can
electro
redirect
users
like
my
lightning,
wife
so
Lisa can conjure storms. No shock when my adopted daughter Klee made explosions that raised mountains. Traveler met all kinds of people like this. You know the type. Twinks.
Yeah, Tevat has its own laws, Boomstick. Many
Well,
twinks.
what the heck is going on here? I'm so confused. Yeah, I know nothing about Genshin Impact, so this is new to me.
Ringmaster.
I never
Shut up,
played it.
Wiz,
I
this
heard of
guy's
it,
been
never
playing
played it.
Genshin since launch.
I know everything there is to know about the Genshin meta. Either can mix elements for different reactions. Basically,
Oh, you can
big
you can
elemental
combine the
combinations.
elements.
Geo
Interesting.
crystallizes materials into special barriers. Electro mixed with water stuns foes.
Mm.
Animo spreads elements around.
If he can combine the elements, okay, this might be tricky for Aang because he can combine the elements. Interesting.
In swirls of destruction. Boom!
Like how I combine beer and gunpowder.
Exactly, Boomstick. Using Dendro, Traveler can form plant life that, when mixed with water and lightning, makes homing beams. Yeah, run from that. With enough clever thinking and artifact farming, you can combine anything in Genshin.
Okay, we get it. Go
Interesting.
lose another 50-50, you whale.
I didn't know Genshin
I'll
was
show
like
you
this.
a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler later beat Scaramouche, an edgy catboy with multiple elements at his fingertips, all in a time loop that got repeated 168 times.
Speaking
What?
of time, Ether had control of more than just his own future. Tevet's fate fundamentally changed in ways small
What the heck?
and grand, all through his.
What is going on in Genshin? What is this lore for Genshin that I am here right now? Yeah, I did not know Genshin. I know Genshin. I did not know Genshin was like this. They going crazy in Genshin Impact. I'm not gonna lie.
Unending willpower.
Because the Traveler was a descender, someone unbound by the land's destiny. Even this big tree that records all of the world's events had no idea he existed.
Like when he helped defy
Crazy.
the judgment of a biblical flood in Fontaine, where he mastered Hydro for his best Cuphead impression with water bullets.
Heck, a dinosaur chose not to blow up the world just because Paimon and Traveler befriended it. If that wasn't cool enough,
What
Traveler can,
in
unrelated,
the
turn into a
world am
dinosaur.
I-
Hell yeah! Yo, look at him.
It's making turn to a dinosaur. Okay, what the heck is Genshin about? Okay, what the heck? What the heck is Genshin about? This man just turned into a whole dinosaur.
Wonder if I could get a dinosaur on my Genshin team.
Through these legally distinct Pokemon, Ether can fly, dig through the earth, or charge foes like a Jurassic bull.
What
He traveled across the land,
the
searching
heck?
far and wide, and finally stopped swinging that one-star dull blade.
Instead, picking up the prototype Rancor, which he wields like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster Skirk, and several straight days of training. What a grind set! Still, Traveler's Cyst kept eluding him, choosing to hang in the shadows with these Gluminati folk.
A group from Conria, the nation cursed by the gods for messing with the Abyss. Unbeknownst to Ether, his sister had already traveled to Vat in a journey that mirrored his own.
And at the end, she found... Well, we don't really know. Not yet, at least. But whatever it is got her to side with the creepy villains. Lot twist!
Eventually, Ether reached the nation of Natlan to fight in its never-ending war with the Abyss. He gained the Pyro element, learning to launch fireballs and explosions combined of flame with lightning.
He didn't just dabble in fancy pyrotechnics. By connecting with the people there, Traveler achieved Night Soul's Blessing, a power-up state fueled by primordial element juice, strong enough to make a blade of fire hundreds of feet long.
What
Hell yeah,
the
that's strong
heck
enough to
am
take
I
down the heart of the
watching?
Abyss, which is on the level of 5-star waifus like Mawika and the Raiden Shogun.
An Archon who, in ages past, sliced Yashiori
Okay,
Island in two.
Genshin.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass
I'm not gonna lie, Genshin Impact was very impressive.
Additionally,
I
Ether
underestimated
learned
your
how to use
game.
light energy to form a Kuvaki shield. Something
And
he
you got
used
a
to protect
shield.
the people of Nodcry by blocking a cannon blast with enough energy to obliterate a town.
This was no ordinary cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Ether had come to genuinely care for Tevat's people. Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting for a whole new world. His new home.
Ooh, you need a higher adventure rank for that.
Don't you worry, gang. I dumped all my savings into Primo Gems for this. We can't miss when those ice guys trying to kill the Traveler inevitably warm up to him. Still got it.
Ah, so that's why you're broke as shit.
To Ether, the journey has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even if he's against the Abyss itself, a new dawn is somewhere just beyond the stars, and a field of flowers Lumine too loved. The battle's about.
Oh wow. Okay, that was a lot of info for a Genshin Impact. I underestimated your game. I did not know. I did not know it was tough like this. I'm gonna lie. From what it seems like, Aang low key did look like Aang might. I really hope Aang does not lose, because this man Ether can literally combine the elements together. I'm still going for Aang because I'm an Avatar fan. I gotta go. Obviously, I go with Aang. I know nothing about Genshin Impact, so I gotta go with Aang. Hopefully, Aang does not lose, but low key because he can combine the. I feel like him combining the elements is also like a huge factor. But anyway, man, I'm going my boy Aang. Let's dive on into this fight.
To start, and if you like death battle music, some of your. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
For
a
death battle. There was an Avatar baseball game. Already fighting. Animation looking fire. You're already fighting already. Okay. I think you got we got adult Aang, but no, this week. No, okay. This is teenage Aang.
Two elements?
Okay. going on. I'm assuming Aang's going on the defense. The OST is fire. He can do the same thing. He can dig. And he turns to a dinosaur or a dragon. I like the voice acting. Is this man riding him? Pause. Aang's having too much fun right now. Okay, Aang. He's gonna wait. Okay. He's flaming sword. Now they are going at it. Ah, okay. I forgot what they called it. Nah, they are going crazy because he has they have like the same abilities, like in terms of senses. Good. Wait, what the? I'm confused. What happened there? Did that stun him? That must have stunned him because he can't move. Oh, some of that stuns him.
What's going on? Paimongo's treasure hunting for 2 minutes now. Everything is going good.
Oh, Appa. This is going crazy. Animation is fire.
Cool glider. Can it do this?
This man create a whole tornado. Ooh. Water bullets. Nah, why they got Aang moving like this? Nah, they got this boy Aang moving. They haven't. Okay. Up. They going to their final form. Up. They're going to their final form. Oh my God. Yo, here y'all. This animation's amazing. This bitch is gonna fire kick Aang. Okay, rock shield. A rock. Oh, here comes the Avatar state. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be the final moment.
For those who came before, and those who will follow.
All right, Aang. Aang, you better.
The last Airbender.
Show him why you're the last Airbender. Please.
Take this.
Oh, redirect. Oh, never mind. Oh, this look. Yep, never mind.
The heights and shallows.
Yep, never mind. And wait. Never mind. GG's Aang. Dang it.
Way to go, Traveler! But does this mean no treasure?
Dang it. I thought Aang, low key, I thought Aang was gonna redirect the lightning. Dang it. Dang it, Aang.
And my dailies are done. What a miss.
This was an interesting pairing, so let's break this down by power, experience, speed, and element.
Oh my God. My boy Aang lost. I kind of figured that he was gonna lose because this man had more feats than Aang did. He had more crazy things. But dang, I thought Aang at least had a chance because I thought Aang was gonna redirect the lightning or something. God dang it.
First up, power. Aang and Traveler could both change the terrain of entire cities, and we're way stronger than characters that can break mountains. But
Maybe.
at their peak, they're both tearing up islands.
Okay, so
Aang's Avatar state made him
so
on
it must
par
be a
with
tie.
Kyoshi, who created and moved the island of Kyoshi. Similarly, Night Soul's blessing let Ether contend with Archon-level foes like the Raiden Shogun, who split Yashiori Island in two.
With an attack that even Vision Bearers weaker than Traveler can block. So he's definitely on that level.
Kyoshi Island is over 6 miles wide and long. Kyoshi moved the island 17 miles offshore in 2 seconds. So we have everything we need to calculate the amount of kinetic energy this would require.
Turns out it's basically the same as cutting through Yashiori
Yeah,
Island.
so basically it's a
about
tie for power.
3,000 gigatons of TNT. so their power is tied up.
Okay, it's
Which
tied.
means comparing their experience is crucial.
Aether's mastered more elements than Aang, but the Avatar state gave Aang
Yeah.
centuries of knowledge.
Because with the avatars, the Aang has all the he gets the knowledge from past avatars. So definitely experience goes to Aang.
Memories and abilities of past avatars, Aang's kit was so extensive in a way Aether had no real answer for.
Not to mention, Aang's training was more focused. Traveler is skilled, sure, but his training was mostly just a means to finding his sister, while Aang's journey was all about mastering elements to combat other elements.
Experience narrowly goes to Aang. However, another important factor to consider is speed.
In terms of mobility, both could roughly
Okay,
match the
might
other.
go into Ether.
If Traveler was immobilized with earthbending, he could just dig his way out as a dinosaur.
And Aang's airbending and glider meant he could easily counter Aether if he took flight.
But in terms of raw reaction speed, Traveler had it in the bag.
Yeah, it goes
Bending
to
away
Ether.
lightning is crazy fast, but Traveler could dodge lightning much earlier in his journey, and now he can block that light-speed Kuvaki laser.
While lightning can move over 200,000 miles per hour, a beam of light can move 186,000 miles per second.
Over 3,000 times faster than Aang. Traveler takes speed by a landslide.
So this all came down to the elements. Who could turn the forces of nature against
Yeah, this is
the
going
other?
for Ether
At
because he
first,
could
I
literally
actually
come.
thought this was Aang's dub.
Aether's
Nah.
elemental control is remarkable, but most of his attacks
I'm pretty sure it's going to go to Ether. The fact that he can combine his elements, unlike Aang.
are
You would think Aang for elements, but he is. They probably going to explain it, but
projectiles, spires, and very specific implements that Aang has bent away in the past.
But-
Aether has never shown the precision or creative flexibility that we've seen with Aang's bending.
But throw in the combos of elemental reactions and the script flips. Traveler could mix not just his elements, but also Aang's in ways that Aang could not.
Yeah.
Bending was Aang's greatest strength, but also, against Traveler, a weakness.
Because Aang usually had one or more elements around him, it gave Aether an easy access point through these combinations. When Aang used fire, Aether could use lightning to catch him in an overload. If Aang used water, Traveler's electrocharge could paralyze him.
so pretty much every element Aang threw at Ether, Ether would just counter Aang.
And so on.
This isn't just a gameplay thing. Genshin characters like the lovely Lisa canonically say this is how the elements work.
And unlike Aang, Aether has fought multiple people who can use multiple elements. The longer the fight went on, the more Aether would trip Aang up with these combinations, some of which Aang could not bend.
Aang could redirect lightning, sure, but what about electro buzzsaws, or an electrified tornado, or dendroblasts of pure plant energy?
The Kavaki
Yeah.
shield especially gave Aether a strong defense to fall back on. Since it was made of pure light, Aang had no way to remove it outside of brute force.
By comparison, Aang's wind barrier wouldn't block Traveler's elements. It would actually merge with them and create more combos that would target Aang himself. Not a great situation to be in.
And since Aether's powers came from external earthly sources, like those statues, Aang could not depower him with energy bending, even if he theoretically overcame Aether's willpower.
Willpower that is strong enough to alter the fate of the entire world. Sorry, Aang, but elements goes to the
sadly, my
Traveler,
boy
cinching
Aang
his
lost.
victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his element.
The winner is the Traveler.
Overall, it was a W fight, but I'm kind of salty because Aang lost. Nah. Genshin Impact people and Genshin Impact player and Genshin Impact characters are OP apparently.
Aether.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready for my cameo. Oh.
All right, who's next?
Oh.
Next time on Death Battle.
Ninjago. This is Bionicle?
Subscribe and
Ain't no way. Ain't. Oh no, it's Kai. Never mind. It's Kai versus Toe. Ain't no versus Kai versus Toe Tai who? Ain't no way they're gonna have a Ninjago versus Bionicle fight. Ain't no way, bro. I'm gonna watch it because it's Ninjago. I like Kai. I'm gonna watch it, but ain't no way about to have a Ninjago versus Bionicle. Man, that's the video, man. I'm kind of salty. My Aang lost. I didn't realize how OP Genshin characters were. But anyway, man, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.